welcome to Side Note. This is your weekly tangent and unfiltered chat because there is always a side note. Right, let's get into it. This is my first episode, so bear with me. I have never recorded a podcast in my fucking life. We really are starting from the bottom. So before getting into things, to kind of give a little bit of an idea of what Side Note is about and where I'm going with this, essentially. Sorry, can we also have a little side note for a moment for the cue cards, okay? The sets, like, I've really put the efforts in here. I've got my lip phone, I've made a post-it note table, like, the details are there. I mean, I'm also currently drinking my first cup of tea out of my Side Note mug, so anyone watching the video format will be currently having a nice little viewing of said mug. Cheers to that, people. So get a brew, let's sit, and let's spill the tea on Side Note. So, oh god, fit that tea. Fit out, said mate. So where do I start? I mean, Side Note is something that I have wanted to do for fucking yonks, mate. Younger me right now is screaming, like internally screaming, this is my dream, basically, to do a podcast. And I was getting ready actually to do this today, and basically a song came on that really like choked me up because it reminded me of old me that was holding herself back and didn't do it for her. So Side Note is me doing this for that girl, like I'm doing it for her. This is my bread and fucking butter, mate. Bon appetit. I love a good podcast. I love long form. I love hearing people just chatting shit, chatting about life, like real conversations. And what I want Side Note to be is a safe space, first of all, a place where we can have a cry, have a laugh, have a giggle, chat about the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, the ugly, when life gets wild, when life's boring, like anything and everything in between. There is always a side note, there's always something to discuss, there's always tea to spill, there's always a good chat to be had. And I think now more than ever, we need new creators, we need more people spreading love, light, positive vibes, because the world has gone fucking mad, to be quite frank. So I just wanted to share a little bit about that. So if that sounds like it's your cup of tea, then I suggest you go and grab a fucking brew, mate, because we're locking in to episode 1 of Side Note. And yeah, this has been a long time coming for me. This feels crazy. I'm sat surrounded by studio lights. I'm like, it's time for my fucking close-up, bitch. So also, just before we do get into the main episode, let this be your sign. You can do something for you. But seriously, like, let's fucking go, queens. Because I've been craving a new podcast to listen to for a long time, and I posted about it last night on TikTok actually, and I've had comments from like randomers saying, great, like I've been looking for a podcast like this, like, oh amazing, so fantastic, like let's lock in. Like I hope that I can really build something here, like a Side Note community. Don't want to get ahead of myself, okay, but like right now, let's just see how it goes. It's episode 1 and we are locking in. The point of Side Note is that we see where this conversation goes, like we have no clue. So I'm going to just get into my first part of the episode, which I am actually like really excited about. Also, Side Note, again, Side Note came from the fact that, you know, I do go off on a tangent and I tend to say, oh, Side Note, da-da-da-da, and it'll all just fucking go from there. Like, I could be talking about eating a jam sandwich and then next minute we're talking about human rights. Like, I don't know, like things are, you know, that's how it is. If you want an interesting chat where you don't quite know where it'll go, then amazing. So yeah, if you have tuned in, thank you so much for switching my first ever podcast episode on. What the fuck? Okay, anyway, so let's get into Side Note of the week. Now, I am gonna do I'm gonna do this maybe a few more times than normal for this first episode because I'm really excited about it. If anyone's watching the video format, and by the way, we are going to be on YouTube, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So the YouTube currently will see me looking through a deck of post-it notes. These are our side notes of the week, okay? They have completely random topics on for conversation, okay? I wrote them all down frantically with Google to help me out, and they've all got different categories, okay? I'm going to pick a few, with it being episode 1, like, let's do it. So basically, we'll just see where the conversation goes. They are complete random topics. I haven't picked them out, so I don't know what the theme is. You get me? Like, I have no clue where this could go, but it's a bit of fun. Why the fuck not? Let's do it. We've got our first side note of the week selection. Right, drum roll, please, because this is not only the side note of the week, this is the first ever side note of the week, okay? Right, let's go. I'm gonna go for wearing clothes at home. Right, let's get into this. When I come home, that's it. The kit's off. Like, let's cut the shit for a minute. Why are we sat dolled the fuck up? I mean, she says, like, you know, surrounded by the light and the makeup on, done up to fucking nines. However, clothes at home, for me, if I'm doing something like this or I want to look nice and feel nice, then amazing, I will wear nice clothes. But generally, if I've been out for the day, the second I get through that door, I am frantically ripping out my earrings. Anything that's overstimulating me, I'm sorry, but the kit's off, mate. Like, the kit is well and truly off. That's it, I'm in my dressing gown. Sorry. Like, clothes at home, generally for me, especially in the evenings, like if you're sat in your own house wearing clothes, like, get your PJs on, love. Get your dressing gown on. We'll call it quits. We'll call it fucking quits, because that is not on my recipe for greatness. Do you get me? So yeah, clothes at home, bit of a yes and a no, you know. I do like to, if I'm like working at home, I do like to give myself a bit of a spruce up so that I actually feel put together. Like, ideally, I won't be getting about in my dressing gown during the day, but I will be wearing like kind of like active wear, chill vibe clothes. Like, I'm not getting up to come and work on my sofa and put on like a pair of fucking jeans. Do you get me? Like, that's probably not going to happen. Don't at me when you see me wearing jeans on this podcast within the next few weeks. We're talking generally when it's not lights, camera, action, do you get? So, yeah, there's our first side note of the week. I'm going to go for another category. Why not? Okay, let's go for relationships and friendships and life lessons. Okay, this is the purple stack. Having it all figured out. Okay, brilliant side note of the week. So, this actually kind of leads on quite nicely into today's episode, actually, that we really do not have to have it all figured out. The way that life is, we're told that, like, you have to know X, Y, Z by a certain time. If you're not doing X, Y, Z by a certain age, then you're a failure. I'm not being funny, but there's people that will be in their 80s that probably don't have this figured out yet. Like, this life, the whole point of it is that it's an ongoing process to figure it out. Like, we're all figuring it out. Our parents, grandparents are figuring it out. And I do think that your 20s is about figuring yourself out and figuring out what you want. There's so much pressure. School, uni, going to a job, and if you don't know what job you want, well, you've not got it figured out. You don't know anything. We're all just acting like we have it figured out. Like, we don't. We fucking don't. The process of figuring it out is the exciting bit. Finding your feet. No one's perfect. Like, no one's behind. No one's ahead. Like, you're on your own timeline. But I'm going to get into that a little bit more, actually, in the main episode. So let's go for one more. Let's go for random and chaotic. Like, what did I mean by that? Okay. Answering the phone. Right. Okay, if any of my friends are watching this, like, they'll know. They're already going to know what's what. I cannot fucking stand answering the phone. I'm diseased. Like, I don't know what it is. I genuinely look at it and just, I go, yeah, that's not happening. Like, It is very rare for me. There's only a few people that I answer the phone to, and it's always been the same. That's like my mum, my sister, my dad. I will answer it. You know, in the situations when, if I'm with a person, so like, let's say I'm on my way to go and meet someone for food, at that point, I will answer the phone. It's like, oh, where are you? Like, I'm on my way, I'm coming to meet you now. Great, I'll answer the phone to you, mate. But generally, considering I can chew ear and I love a fucking natter, when people actually just ring me out of the blue, I'm like, I can't. I fear. I'm looking at it like, fuck this, fuck that. I'm not answering it. I don't have the time. I don't know whether it's like my concept of time that I'm like, oh, I don't have the time for that because I'm just sat here. I don't know. It actually chokes me up, the thought of answering the phone, to be quite frank. I love a voice note. Voice notes, come on, talk to me. We're here for the fucking voice note, okay? I love it. Tell you for why. I can listen to it on my own accord, mate. I can chat and just let it all out what I want to say. Brilliant. And then when you write one back, fab, I'll listen to it in my own time. Do you get me? In certain situations, answering the phone, yes. In others, I feel plagued. It's a no. It's a fucking no. So yeah, anyway, that brings us to the end of my side notes of the week section. That will be our little starter, little random discussion, like no clue, but let's just see where it takes us. So hope that everybody enjoyed that, and now we will get into the main episode. So what I wanted to discuss this week is essentially navigating 2026. First of all, Happy New Year, but let's get into the tea around the new year and what it fucking means, people, because first of all, I always find January pretty tough. Like, generally, I think it's a tough month. I think there's so much pressure to have it all figured out, when quite frankly nobody does. Like, that's the tea, mate. There is so much pressure to be acting a certain way, you know, to be up at 5 to go to the gym, whatever that may be. There is so much pressure on it. It's ridiculous. I want to just give a few tips on how I am navigating January this year, which has really, really helped me, and how I'm preparing for the spring equinox. Obviously, yes, Happy New Year, people. We can't deny it's 2026, all great, but cut the shit. The spring equinox is the new year, okay? And this is why we do not feel ready, ever. We never feel quite ready. When it gets to January, we're either low energy, all we want to do is sleep, but then there's pressure to get up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym. Are you actually messing? That's not happening. I think there's a way to strike the balance and to harness the power that the year of the horse is coming. Side note, last year was the year of the snake. Dreadful year. A lot of people would probably say that last year was quite dreadful, to be quite frank. Last year was a weird one. It tested us. It shed us of our skin. It shed us of what's not serving us. Like, you might have lost things, or things maybe didn't quite go your way, but it might all just start to make sense. Do you get me? Essentially, the year of the snake was snaking, and I think for a lot of people it was a tough year. But now we're moving into the year of the horse. Now, the year of the horse does not officially start until February. Again, another myth. But I'm already feeling that fucking horsepower, mate. Like, I'm on the horse thing, do you get me? It's happening. Year of the horse be horsey. And the horse hasn't even started galloping yet. So, I think, like, now, for me, this phase of... I'm still struggling with the fact that it's grey outside. It is grey. It's fucking shit weather. I went travelling. I skipped autumn and winter completely. So it was autumn 2024 and then obviously winter the Jan till like April of 2025. So I skipped a lot of shit, like a lot of bad weather, and I'm not going to lie, it has really, really hit me hard this time around, and I don't know whether that's because I did skip it or not, but seriously, like, I'm just trying to navigate this and get back into my flow. So I've really tried now to be like, right, this is my year, like, this is the year when I really want to achieve and I want to do the things that I never did before. What have I always wanted to do that I haven't done? And this being one of them. And I think that this time can be used perfectly. The way I'm seeing it is, what can I do right now to make me that bitch by the spring equinox? What are we doing? Okay, let's honour the hibernation season. Let's honour the fact that it is winter. You might not have it all figured out yet. We are quite literally meant to be hibernating right now with all the other animals. We come out to play in spring. I'm sorry, life peaks around April. Why is that? Because it's fucking meant to. We are in our inner bloom, the inner awakening. Nature wakes up again. The trees start to bloom. The blossoms on the trees. The animals are out. Do you get me? That is our time to thrive. But what can you be doing now to honour the season, respect yourself, cut yourself a bit of fucking slack, but also prepare yourself for that inner bloom of the year of the horse? So for me now, it's been about, right, let's get back into a routine. Let's not put too much pressure on the routine. I'm still lying in till 9 a.m. And what? And what? Some days I might wake up at 7:30. Great. You go, queen. 5 a.m. ain't on the cards for me, mate. All of this pressure. Go to the gym at 5, new year, new you, stop eating shit. Ooh, let's get the Christmas weight off. All of that fucking bollocks. Everyone needs to take a fucking chill pill, mate. Really think about what is it that you actually want for yourself this year, and let's start to get things in place to make that possible. This is it. Like, this is crunch time. It's the year of the horse now. Let's harness the horse energy, but in doing so, honouring the fact that this is winter. And you know, for those of us in the UK, like, we don't have that much of a day. Like, there's not much daylight. How can you be fully switched on? I think now it's just about rebuilding and getting yourself ready. Whereas there's so much pressure to do that in the last 3 months of the year leading up to like Christmas, so that you're ready for Jan. Ready for what in Jan, people? It's fucking bleak. It's shit. It's fucking shit. Ready for what? Ready for what? There's a way of finding that balance. There's a way of doing this right for you. What might be right for someone else might not be right for you. And I'm going to give a few things that I've done to get me feeling more positive in this episode. But also remember, like, what I do might not work for you. You might be getting up at 5 a.m. for the gym. Good for you, queen. But like, that ain't me. Do you get me? And I think going through this like phase is about remembering that, like, come on, fuck it. It's the shittest month of the year, in my opinion. Me and Harvey were saying the other day, the build up to Christmas at least, you know, you've got a bit of a build up, a bit of anticipation. You've got Halloween, you've got bonfire night, you've got Christmas, and then once that's all out the way, it's like, right, what's this for now? Why am I looking outside and it's grey? But one thing I did notice the other day, went for a walk, I had my microdose, my lion's mane, you know, I was feeling switched on, everything was on point. And I was like looking at the trees and like looking at the grey, and I thought, you know, we have to embrace the grey, embrace these times. A yoga teacher last week, actually, she said this really fucking great line to me, and I thought, I'm going to take that. Without the grey, we can't feel the bliss. Without the trees having not a leaf on them, the blossom don't come, mate. Do you get me? This is it. It's yin yang. This is life, the good with the bad. It's hard. I have definitely gone through quite bad seasonal depression this year. I've actually had quite a bad year in general. A bad year in terms of feeling lost and not knowing what I'm doing and where I'm going, and really low energy and no motivation to do anything. Like, someone would ask to see me and I'd just be like, I can't, I physically can't, or I can't even hold a conversation. Like, this is genuinely how I've felt for quite a long time, and it's since coming home from travelling, like, it has turned my world upside down. But now I'm feeling this sense of like, that has had to happen. The year of the snake, I've had to shed a lot of shit. I've had to shed things that aren't serving me. I've had to really start thinking about, what am I going to take through into the year of the horse, because this is it. we've got to fucking look ahead. And it's been a hard year for a lot of people. Try now and be like, right, come on, let's fucking go. But do it on your terms. Like, stop looking at what everyone else is doing or following people online that make you feel shit about how you do things. This is your life. We do not ever, I don't think in this lifetime we all ever have it all figured out. I think we have them penny drop moments where life feels great and we're like, yeah, I do have this figured out, and that's amazing. But the journey is to not have it figured out. The beauty is figuring it out. Let's figure this out. Like, but do it for you. Figure it out on your terms, because your definition of having it all figured out and it's all fucking gravy is someone else's definition of a nightmare. Remember, you are not behind. You may only be behind in someone else's story or someone else's book. In your book, you're right on time. You're right on time. Like me with this podcast, like, you know, I've wanted to do this for years. I genuinely have. And have I done it? No. And to be honest, I've probably sabotaged it a few times in terms of like, you know, I went through a lot of trauma a few years ago and kind of put myself off that like I wasn't worthy of having a podcast or I couldn't do something like this. And I probably could have started this sooner and like, I don't know where it would have ended up, but I'm right on time. I know I'm right on time. Like, this is what I'm meant to be doing right now. And I've been through a lot in that time. I've done a lot of growing. I've also switched on to the fact that I actually quite frankly don't give a fuck what people think of me. Whereas like years ago, would I have felt the same? I'm not quite sure that it would have been the same for me then. Do you get me? So just something to think about. It's a new year, it's a new opportunity. It's a new opportunity to be fucking fab, mate. Like, let's actually send it. Come on. Let's do it, but do it on your terms. If anyone is still feeling shit, the year of the snake is still shedding until February. So if you feel like you're being tested or it's like, right, fuck, gonna be a bad new year for me, don't worry. Year of the horse technically has not begun yet, but if you feel like you're all full steam ahead, great, let's harness that energy and let's fucking do it. If not, please cut yourself some slack, because this is probably the first time, I'm gonna say, I can't remember when the last time I started a year feeling this good, and that's not regular for me. It's hard, it's hard to navigate a new year. Embrace the grey. Try and remember that like this will be over soon. You know what? I'm gonna get up. There's a website that me and Harvey we were looking at, you know, the times when it's gonna get light again. Times it will get light again, leading to the spring equinox. Just typing it in now on Google. Okay, right. This is the positivity we need, okay? What's the website? Please remember, people, that there's fucking hope, right? Listen, this whole daylight debacle this year has really, really got to me. Like, when I was in Bali and travelling, regardless of whether the weather was bad, it would always get light early hours of the morning and the sun would always set around 6-7 p.m. That was constant, whether it was raining, whether it was ridiculously bad weather, like that was what happened. The sun always came up at that time. And now, fucking hell, like, it's like a blackout. We're chatting fucking blackout vibes, like, can you turn the electricity back on? Like, is this some sort of sick joke, mate? Where the fuck is the daylight? Where's the day? The day's gone. And you want me to get up out of bed and act like I've got it all fucking fine and dandy? I'm a fuck. I'm lying in bed. This ain't happening. Like, there's times throughout winter where it doesn't even get light until like 9. What the fuck? Most of the time now it's not even light till past 8. And it is getting better as of now. But seriously, that ain't normal. And not only that, the sun's set by about 4 o'clock. Am I missing something? It's depressing. We're all lacking vitamin D that much as well. Go and get yourself a vitamin D capsule, babes, or get yourself a vitamin D jab, because, like, seriously, it can really, really cause bad depression. You can be seriously depressed with low vitamin D, and to be honest, the majority of the UK is basically on its arse. Like, it ain't helping that we're not getting enough daylight. So take that as your reminder. Go and get yourself a little supplements out, or go and get yourself a vitamin D jab, because they hit differently. But let me just shower you with a little bit of hope. January the 21st. That's today. Shut up. Okay, it's a sign. This is fucking great. January the 21st is the first 4:30 p.m. sunset of 2026. We're getting our time back, baby. February the 6th, the sun will set at 5 p.m. Come on, come on. And then March the 9th, the sun will set after 6 p.m. Let that sink the fuck in. Oh my god, March the 18th, the first day with more sunshine than nighttime hours. There will be 12 hours and 2 minutes of sunshine. Please, please, let that sink in. Like, we are going to have so much more time on our hands and feel actually like more ready for the day, more equipped, more productive, more shit going on. Like, come on, side note approved. Do you get me? Like, I'm here for it. And do you know what? Like, there's been years where I swear it's not impacted me, where I've been like, yes, I need that fucking extra hour. Oh my god, I need it now. Like, and I really understand the whole seasonal depression thing now more than ever, because I don't ever feel like I used to get it this bad, but it has had me on my arse. So let me get into now a few things which have helped me to get through this time and also to make me feel better. Very, very simple purchase, but I bought a Lumi lamp, okay? Obviously, while we're on the daylight topic, this Lumi lamp, I genuinely think that I can thank that for how I'm feeling right now in January. No drill. I'm not joking, I've never started a new year feeling able to get up in the mornings. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm getting up at 5 a.m. I'm not. I'm getting up at like between 8 and 9, serious. And that for some people might be like, how does she do that? For other people, that might be way too late. And for other people, you've probably been towards Timbuktu and back by the time I wake up. But do you know what? It works for me. And this is what I wanted to remind people today on Side Note. Like, do you, babes? Do you get me? Said Lumi lamp has changed the game for me. I was waking up not even ready to... I felt like I was still asleep. I was like waking up in such a low mood and so feeling so shit. Fuck this. Like, what's the point? What is the point? And now I'm waking up and it's like my body, even if I'm a bit tired, the best way that I would describe it is me waking up and feeling a bit more ready and understanding like I've woken up, because obviously, like, we are not prepped and primed as humans to wake up to an annoying as fuck alarm. Are you joking? Like, it spikes your cortisol before you've even stepped out of bed, and then you're starting your day in a stress state, okay? Whereas if you wake up to light, which in winter is extremely difficult because it's never fucking light, so therefore we feel so low, we feel so depressed, we can't get out of bed. Why can't I function? Why am I still half asleep at 10 a.m? The reason is natural. The reason is we aren't really made that way. We're meant, it's hibernation season. This is why all the fucking animals go kip. Do you get me? Like, it's time for a sleep, it's time for a nap. Fuck me. Anyway, point being, the light basically comes on and it does like a mock sunset light. So it'll go like kind of red into orange, and it's like a sunrise basically. And then it'll go bright light. And then that is when the sun has risen and it's ready for you to wake up. So it's kind of turning on your biological rhythms to go, even if you're asleep during the light coming on. Sometimes I wake up when it's orangey red. Sometimes I've only just woke up when it's bright white and it's done. But even if you are still asleep, your body is still gradually turning itself on. That's exactly how we're meant to start the day. We are not meant to start the day with an alarm setting the cortisol spike, and then all of a sudden starting the day feeling shit, stressed. So I highly recommend them lamps because I felt different this January. And the variable, I mean, one reason being I'm following my dreams and doing things that I want to do, so obviously I'm probably feeling excited about that, to be quite frank. And other things would be that the only thing different would be that lamp, because I've struggled with this seasonal depression, like I say. So I highly recommend that. Even if you don't get one now and you want to get yourself one next winter, they're so helpful for getting you into a routine, helping you wake up naturally. Like, I'm feeling so much less stress throughout the day. It's ridiculous. So get yourself a Lumi lamp. Let's get ourselves kitted out. So next on the agenda is a reminder that with this being the year of the horse, think about what you actually really want for this year, because again, this is probably another reason why I'm feeling hopeful, positive. We all need to be following what we want to do. If you've got something in the back of your mind that you want to do, go and do it. Like, fucking go for it. We've got one life, like, let's fucking live it. We have to. It's our duty to live this life, so let's do it. We can get wrapped up in life, we can get wrapped up in actually things that we just don't even want to be doing or we're not actually aligned with. I think this is going to be a great year for everybody. So let's use it. Let's get ourselves ready. And some of the things that I've done to get me ready for that year is a vision board. Now, I don't mean to sound cliche or for fuck's sake, putting the pressure on. Everyone does the January vision board. Listen, I'm going to be totally honest. I have never once done a fucking vision board in January. I've done them before generally. I've done them as like a manifestation technique to like visualise. Have I ever sat there and woke up in January and gone, do you know what? Today, I'm doing a vision board. Have a fuck. Doing this vision board, I've really seen the side to it that like, okay, I get that now. And it's not just like your aesthetic, putting the little, the little cute pictures on there and, so that everyone knows they've done a vision board. Make this personal to you. What do you want for this year? It's not about getting the most aesthetic pictures ever to make it look pretty. Let this be real, like let this be your reality. What is it? And do you know what? It was so fun. I had a bit of a cold at the time. I got my dressing gown on. I sat on the sofa, laptop out, got Canva open, and just made one. Like, you can either like print things out and do like a physical board, or I just use Canva so that I can have it as like my phone background, my desktop wallpaper. And do you know what? It actually looks pretty fucking great. It looks fab. I love my vision board. And do you know what? When you look at it, it reminds you like, wait, that is what I'm doing. That's how I want to feel. I've done it everything from down to like where I want to travel, what I want to do this year, what do I want to achieve, like really personal stuff to me. Some of it doesn't look cute, but what's the point in that? It's not there to look cute. Don't get me wrong, I've got a few nice aesthetic photos on there. It's more about you seeing the reality of what you want this year to be for you. And do you know what? It really did help me to get excited. So I would recommend that. And do you know what? Honestly, I've listened to podcasts before and thought, fuck off, vision board this, do that. Rolling my eyes, mate. But I'm going to say it because that is something that's helped me this year. And no, I'm not a loyal vision board girl through and through. This is my first year I've done it, but I hope that helps other people. It's fun as well. Like, it's not asking you to run a marathon. It is fun. It's fun to do. My next thing that's helped me is I've created systems, because I love doing all this messing around with things, I fear, and I've created systems which are going to help me to be the best version of myself throughout this year. So there's an app called Notion. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with it. This app is quite literally a game changer. It's got all free templates. You can track your expenses, you can make daily planners, you can write notes, record by voice your notes, and it will summarise what you want it to say. There is so much good stuff on there to help you get your life organised. I love it, and do you know what? I can't recommend it enough because it's free to use. I found it pretty fucking fantastic, actually. I've made like a weekly planner which I change each week. Like, for me, I like to see colours. Like, I remember when I was doing my exams at like uni or school, I would always remember things by the colour. So like, I would write out, like when I was studying law, I'd write out like, case names, and each case would be a different colour, and I'd be like, yes, that case was red, that case was blue. And that's kind of like what I took with me into this planner, making it where it's, each week, because I'm kind of like working for myself now, so I've got a lot to like juggle and a lot to balance out, and that's hard for me, having ADHD and not getting just hyper focused on one thing. That's pretty fucking difficult. Like, that is running a marathon to me. So having a planner where I can see, okay, my orange category is going to the gym or going to Pilates or yoga. Let's say there's no orange that week. I'm like, right, okay, I probably should book a Pilates class because I want balance. I think it's easy just to get caught up and remember that, sometimes I forget to do the things that I love or the things that I care about. And I think having like a nice little planner like that where you can just change it each week depending on what you're doing. I mean, come on, like, talk to me. Anything that's colourful, anything that can help me, like, organise my scatterbrain. Like, this is the whole point of Side Note. Like, I don't even know where this episode's gone, but I'm telling you about me colour coding in law exams. Put systems in place to make it easy on yourself, because, yeah, I think there's a way of doing things and making it easy on yourself. Like, I've been tracking all my expenses on there. I've been doing, like, to-do lists each day. It's so easy to use. It's just a little app that you get on your desktop. So I highly recommend to get Notion and get your shit together. Anyway, that rounds off my main part of my first episode of Side Note. I really hope that people have enjoyed that. My idea is that I would like people to send in discussion topics and dilemmas. Like, I love a dilemma, me. Like, I am that friend that, like, you can come to and I will give you honest advice. Like, I do quite literally cut the shit on the daily. I'd love a dilemma. I'm not at the point of an audience level where I'm going to be getting sent in dilemmas, but I'm putting it out there from the start. You don't ask, you don't get. Send me a dilemma in, mate. I would love to help you out, and I'd love to discuss it, dissect it, give you all the side notes you require. So my final part of the episodes each week is Side Notes for Life. Now, Side Notes for Life is my, basically, section. God, I need to get my deck of post-its out again. Okay, amazing. I've got one here. My Side Notes for Life is the side note that you should take with you into the next week, into this year, whatever you want to do with it. Just a little bit of food for thought, a little bit of a wisdom, essentially a little bit of a quote of the day, but it's our Side Notes for Life. Do you get me? So I'm going to randomly select as a Side Note for Life. Okay. What you focus on grows. Where you put your energy, that's going to grow. I think that's a good note to leave us on, actually. What do you want to focus on this year? Let it grow. Let it come into fruition. By the time that spring equinox hits, bitches, come on. We love the spring equinox. We fucking love her. So anyway, that rounds off the first episode of Side Note. If you've listened or watched, thank you so much. Please leave a review if you are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I honestly will eternally appreciate you. Like, while I'm getting this off the ground, that really, really would help me. Secondly, if you can please subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. It'll probably be below anyway. I'll put all my handles below. Any subscribing, any reviews you can leave, like, please, for the love of daylight, help me out. Thank you so much. And if you'd like to submit your own side notes to the podcast to either be discussed on here, if you've got any ideas for discussion topics, or if you've got a dilemma, please know that if you do send a dilemma in, I would eternally appreciate it, because it's the part I really want to fucking integrate, but it will be kept completely anonymous, completely. And the email address is sidenotethepod@gmail.com. Thank you. I'm ecstatic. What the fuck? I'm genuinely so excited. Thank you so much for watching and listening to the first episode. I am aiming to post the weekly episode on a Monday, I think. So every Monday, a Side Note ep will be released across Apple Music, Spotify and YouTube. Honestly, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next episode.